Alright, Algebra 2. Here's another soon-to-be infamous video of math. Um, I don't think I've been sharing the math humor from the book, and I'm sure you're missing that immensely. So, today's is, what are some properties of logs? Answer: they're round, they have bark, and they come from trees. Give you a moment to finish your roaring laughter and calm yourselves down. And we'll get started on lesson 7.4, properties of logarithms. Yesterday, we looked at basic writing logs and logarithmic expressions, converting logarithmic equations back and forth to and from exponential equations. Today, we're looking at properties that you use when you're simplifying and solving for logs. If you don't remember the properties of exponents, I'll kind of remind you of those as we go. But since logarithms are exponents, you use the same rules for the logarithm functions that you did for exponents. Alright? Now, you need to get your books out and open them up to page 512, which is where I am. And we're going to step through this chapter. It's kind of a long one with a lot of different examples. So this video may not be as smooth as the last one because I'm going to try to insert examples that I've typed out in PowerPoint and stuff. So it's going to take me a little longer too. And I've been sequestered to the dungeon in my house because everybody else is watching the new NCIS. That I'm going to have to watch on DVR. I know, it's because of my undying love for you. And you should realize that as I'm sitting here in this empty room, I'm talking to myself. Kind of like Blue's Clues, the dude. Alright, so the first property is product property. And I should put in a little disclaimer right now. Since I'm on my computer and Yahoo is open, people might talk to me during this, so if you hear little beeping noises, that's what that is. Alright, product property of logarithms is in the box on page 512, and that's the first one that we're going to look at. Okay? Notice in that box, it is an exponential property that says that if the bases are the same, and you're multiplying, that you add the exponents. That's the property for exponents. So if you look in that box and you see log base 3 of 1,000, it's actually equal to or the same as log base 3 of 10 times 100. Alright? That is the same as or equal to log base 3 of 10 plus, not times, plus log base 3 of 100. That also goes in reverse. If you have two logs with the same base that are being added together, you can multiply the numbers. Alright, so we'll start with log base 3 of 10 plus log base 3 of 100 is the same thing as log base 3 of 10 times 100, which is the same thing as log base 3 of 1,000. Alright? I'm going to show you that, hopefully, in a PowerPoint. Alright? Stick with me. Alright, we're going to start with this one. Log base 4 of 2 plus log base 4 of 32. Using the property, you combine and you multiply 2 and 32, which gives you log base 4 of 64. Then you think to yourself, what power of 4 gives me 64,
Alright,
and
I know
it's
that
3.
example went fast. I am trying to figure out how to use these PowerPoint slides and narrate over top of them, and Movie Maker is trying to determine my pace. So the next example is going to be a little slower. If you didn't get the last one, pause, go back. If you don't have paper out to take notes, you need to stop and get some. Obviously, you can watch the video more than once, but you want to get the most out of it each time. So make sure you got something. I'm going to go through another example just like the last one, and you need to be trying to pause and write it down and stuff. I know that it's kind of quick. The example is going to be log base 1/3 of 27 plus log base 1/3 of 1/9. So you can write that down and get ready for the next one. Alright, here we are with this one. Log base 1/3 of 27 plus log base 1/3 of 1/9. Recognize again that the bases have to be the same. They're both 1/3. And since it's addition, you're going to combine the 27 and 1/9 and you multiply them. So you have log base 1/3 of 3. 27 times 1/9 is 3. You think to yourself, 1/3 to what power is 3? And it's -1. Alright, now you need to try one on your own. The very next slide has the solutions. So make sure you stop the slideshow now before it shows you the solution and do this one on your own. Hurry! Alright, so here's the magical solution. I hope you already have it. It shouldn't be difficult. The 625 times 25, make sure you're not adding there, and you end up with 15,625. And then you have to ask yourself, 5 to what power is 15,000? And you're asking, how do I know that? Get out your calculator. 5 times 5 equals, times 5 equals, times 5 equals, until you get to 15,625. When you get there, then you count and see how many times you had to multiply by 5, and your answer is 6. Hey, now we're going to look at the quotient Watch it
property,
again if not.
which is on the top of page 513. This property, here again, must have the same base, and it says that if you are dividing the number inside the parentheses, then it's the same as subtracting. Usually you're going to want to do this in reverse. If you have log base 5 of 16 minus log base 5 of 2, it becomes log base 5 of 16 divided by 2. And I'm looking at the one in the box on the top of 513, except I'm reading it in reverse. Now we're going to try some. So I want you to write them down and follow along and make sure you're doing it. Example 2 also shows it to you. Look at that one with me. Log base 2 of 32 minus log base 2 of 4. You take the 32 and the 4 and divide. Log base 2 of 32 divided by 4 becomes log base 2 of 8. And you ask yourself, 2 to what power is 8? And it's 3. So your answer when you simplify is 3. Okay, now we're going to go through a couple of examples on slides. So make sure you're ready to write these down and do them yourself. Good luck. Alright, here it is, the one for you to do on your own. So quickly write this down. You can pause first, but don't let it go to the next slide before you pause it. So pause now. Hurry up. Go, 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 go. Okay, hopefully this is what you got. Log base 7 of 49 divided by 7, which is log base 7 of 7. And you ask yourself, 7 to what power is 7? Hopefully you get 1. Good job.